18 months ago this week, Haiti was devastated by a large earthquake that killed, well, perhaps as many as 300,000 people. Hundreds of thousands were injured. Over 1 million Haitians were left homeless. The earthquake destroyed over 200,000 homes, as well as most government buildings, including Haiti's National Palace. At the time of the earthquake, Haiti was already the poorest nation in the Western Hemisphere. 18 months later, Haiti is still trying to recover. Tons of rubble remain in the streets. Hundreds of thousands of people live in makeshift camps. And the international community continues to grapple with how to deal with one of the worst catastrophes to ever hit a densely populated region. Today, we spend the hour with Dr. Paul Farmer. He's been working in Haiti for nearly 3 decades. In 2009, prior to the earthquake, he was appointed as the UN Deputy Special Envoy for Haiti, working under former President Bill Clinton. More than 20 years ago, Dr. Farmer helped found the charity Partners in Health to provide free medical care in central Haiti. Today, Partners in Health provides health care for people with HIV, AIDS, tuberculosis, malaria, and other conditions in Haiti, as well as more than 8 other countries around the world, including Peru, Russia, Rwanda, Lesotho, Malawi, Mexico, and Guatemala. Farmer's work in Haiti was chronicled by the author Tracy Kidder in the book Mountains Beyond Mountains, The Quest of Dr. Paul Farmer, a man who would cure the world. Paul Farmer is also chair of the Department of Global Health and Social Medicine at Harvard Medical School. He just published a new book called Haiti After the Earthquake. Dr. Paul Farmer, welcome to Democracy Now!
Good to be back, Amy.
Well, it is 18 months later. Describe Haiti to us today.
Well, I think for some people, and I know you've been there not too long ago, you go there and you say, wow, it looks like an earthquake just happened here. As opposed to 18 months ago. But actually, it doesn't look the same as it did in January of 2010. There's been some progress, very slow progress in clearing rubble away, and very slow progress in getting people into decent shelter. So, you know, it looks like a mess, and it is a mess. I guess one of the questions that I was trying to raise in this book is how can we do better at cleaning up this mess, or help the Haitians do a better job at cleaning up the mess? And I think we've got a long way to go.
What do you think? What do you think has to happen right now?
Well, one thing is, you know, we need to focus more on creation of decent jobs for Haitian. I think that would ease a lot of the pain there. That's what people want to be able to have work, and again, work with decent labor conditions with dignity. And more of the resources that are being committed to Haiti need to be committed to job creation. We're doing some projects, for example, in healthcare infrastructure, and one of the purposes mainly is to create jobs. Another is things have to move more quickly. There's so much frustration there, as you might imagine, especially among people living in under tarps and in tents.
Can you give us a brief history of Haiti? Today you talk about the situation with the earthquake being acute on chronic. Give us a thumbnail sketch. You've written a number of books about Haiti. You have lived in Haiti. You have lived Haiti for so many decades. Tell people who aren't aware of its history.
Well, I think the real template of Haiti is the slave colony that made Haiti, by the close of the 18th century, the largest producer of tropical produce in the world. So at the eve, it was a French colony then, and was producing more sugar and tropical produce than all of the other New World colonies combined, and more than the American colonies that were just becoming at that time the United States. So that's the template, and the numbers were stacked in favor of the slaves in the sense that there were so many people in chains compared to the people who owned them or ran the plantations. And so there were, all throughout the 18th century, there were slave revolts, of course, as there were elsewhere in the New World, and in South America, elsewhere in the Caribbean. But in Haiti, the slave revolt, the mother of all slave revolts that started in 1791, actually led to a war of independence. And in 1803, in November, Haiti, the Haitians declared themselves an independent nation. and their National Independence Day is celebrated on January 1st in 1804. And so that really meant that they were living as a new nation in the middle of a very hostile environment, right next between a number of slave colonies, and to the south of the only other independent nation in the world, the United States, which, half of which was a slave-owning, was a place where slavery was practiced. So it was the 19th century was largely one in which the Haitians defined themselves in contrast to the rest of the hemisphere, and of course their former masters in Europe. And that really set the stage for everything that was to follow. Of course, you could make that claim about any country's history, but in Haiti, it's particularly vivid how much that determined their fate in the rest of the 19th century and the 20th century. And
the French debt, when did that begin, the reparations this impoverished country had to pay?
Yeah, it's a nutty story to the modern observer that the French would successfully push the Haitians in 1825 to pay for their own freedom. 150 million germinal francs. I had no idea what a germinal franc was, but it's a lot of money. As you know from your reporting just a few years ago, that the value of that was estimated at $20 billion in modern currency. And the Haitians started to pay it. From 1825 well into the 20th century, there were transfers of Haitian money to France. And that went on probably until the mid-20th century.
And the U.S. recognizing Haiti, established in 1804, how long did it take the U.S.?
It was President Lincoln, who first recognized that Haiti even existed. From 1804 until the American Civil War, statesmen from the southern states said, we can't recognize Haiti. Our safety and security depends on not recognizing Haiti. Again, this seems very distant to a 20th century observer, but not so much to the Haitians themselves. They're living and walking in history and are very aware of their own past.
We got a Facebook question sent to us by Leif Eric Malone, who asks, quote, what is the progress of reparations being paid to Haiti from France? Does the population still support this as it did under Aristide?
The population of Haiti? Oh, sure. I'm sure that the population of Haiti does support reparations from France. Now, I can't speak for the I shouldn't speak. Obviously, I can't speak for any Haitians, but having lived and worked in rural Haiti, I know that there's broad popular support for some idea that it's not Haiti that owes the world, it's the rest of the world, and particularly France, that owes Haiti. The Haitian elite has always been uncomfortable with this since the 19th century, because they understood that their survival depended on selling the very same things that they sold as a colony, that is sugar, coffee, cotton, tropical produce. And so they've always been very uncomfortable about this, and probably are to this day. I haven't, assayed their opinions.
Haiti was a major sugar exporter.
The largest one in the world.
Now?
Now it's not. Now it's probably not even in the top 20. That industry, like a lot of that required, I guess, agribusiness is not a good term for plantation slavery, but it required a very different mode of production than occurred in Haiti after the War of Independence. What I mean by that is Haitians fled plantation-style work and went into the hills, and coffee became a much bigger product, and that could be grown by individual homesteads, by families. So coffee replaced, in the 19th century, replaced sugar. And sugar, again, is really, Haiti's a net importer of sugar now, in part because of U.S. Subsidies for American-grown sugar.
We're going to break, then come back. Our guest is Dr. Paul Farmer. He's UN Deputy Special Envoy for Haiti under President Clinton. He has just written a new book. It's called Haiti After the Earthquake. This is Democracy Now! Back in a minute.